guys, welcome back to another video. Let me just adjust my camera. Okay, apologize if you can't see me very well. It's kind of dark, I think, and so yeah. But this is my setup for my Zoom. I have a Zoom meeting I'm doing all week, and so I have my computer, my phone is leaning up against my computer, and then my braille note is on my lap. And we don't have the best reception at my house, so my laptop is on my dog's cot. So she has one of those elevated pet beds, and so that's what it's on because it's near the window and there's an outlet. So welcome to my world of Zoom. But I do have to say this is an improvement because my Zoom at the house I was formerly at, I had to hold my phone out the window to get reception, so this is much better. I don't have to hold it up against the window. Yeah, so anyway, excuse me. I thought I would share some of my lessons I've learned this year with mental health and just with life in general. This year's been a bit stressful. A lot of things have happened and I am not really a person that likes to talk about this kind of thing, but I thought I would try it because I need to get better at it. And it took me 9 months to be able to talk to my therapist. So before that I would just go in and be like, here, I wrote this letter, read this, because I couldn't deal with talking to her. I mean I could, but I couldn't get real, I feel without writing it. So our first session that I talked, I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome, I should do this more often. And she was like, yeah, you should. And I was like, yeah man, this is what it's supposed to be about, because I feel so free, So anyway, so this year I've learned a lot, and this might have a part 2 because I just keep rambling on. But anyway, 10 lessons I've learned from 2022. I posted on my Facebook page the other day, and people were like, they didn't really know what to do or what to say. So I won't be shocked if no one comments on this video. It's totally fine. I just wanted to share because this year's been really hard and mentally exhausting, and I just can't wait for it to be over. So good riddance 2022, let's go. Okay, so 10 lessons I've learned over the past year. So number 1, I wrote notes because I had to keep them straight. Don't keep your emotions inside, because if you do, they'll probably explode out of you in public or some other awkward place. That's so true, because literally the other day I went to a restaurant and I was really upset about something. And I'm a very private person. I know I'm not on YouTube, obviously, telling the world my issues, but I'm not the person that goes, oh, life is awful today. I'm more oh yeah, it's totally fine, everything's under control, there's nothing to worry about, everything's great, and I try to be that positive person. And so I don't really share my emotions or my feelings. I write poetry, and that's how I do it. So for a long time I held things down, didn't really speak up about my feelings, and so I'd find myself crying and just really losing control of my emotions in public. I was at a store and I ended up crying, and I was like, I'm not crying, my eyes are just burning. Yeah, I was totally crying. And there was a couple weeks ago I went to a restaurant, and we were just talking, these people and I were just talking, and I got really stressed out about this whole issue that we were talking about, and my hands started shaking. And so I went to grab my coffee or tea. I don't drink coffee. And I was had to put it down because my hand was shaking so bad, because when I get really nervous or stressed, my hands start shaking. And I was try not to sound so aggravated and stressed out, because I was trying to be polite to the people, but they were asking me these really interesting questions, and I was like, I'm gonna drink my tea for 5 minutes, just calm down so I can be polite, because I don't want to be rude. But the point of this whole thing is, if you don't address your feelings and emotions and traumas and whatever else you have going on in your life, they will come back and haunt you. So that's exciting. Yay. Alright, so we got that taken care of. Also, you should probably find someone to share your emotions with, even if it's just writing them down, but find someone in person, like in real life, because, you know, you get in your own head, and then it just keeps going, and it's like, ugh, all these feelings, you know? So I read a lot of poetry. This is sort of my outlet for expressing emotions and truth on YouTube. But then also, for me, my person is my sister, but also, you know, before my best friend died, it was her, but I can't do that now, obviously. So find that person, even if it's like your bus driver or some random person on the street, like the guy that, I don't know, I guess in big cities they have people that sell stuff on the street, so maybe it's like the guy that sells tamales, you know, which, oh, I would love that. I would love to go to a place that sells tamales. Oh, that'd be so good. Anyway, if it's the guy that sells tamales on the street and he's like really cool and you all like know each other, like, yeah, I mean, be real with people. Because society, especially in America, we're just like, yeah, life is awesome, go us. Or we're like, I'm so depressed, life sucks. Like, there's no in between, you know? And I've embraced that a lot this year, being real with people, being true. Because I haven't been able to hide it as well. I haven't been able to hide that I'm not doing great as well as I thought I could. So, you know, that's been an interesting challenge, but if you are out there and you're watching this video, sorry for the rambling, this is going on for a while, but share your emotions with someone, even if it's like your dog or your cat, or just someone else that's not you, because you're holding all that in, and like, it'll cause some issues, like physically, you're stressed, you're holding all that stress in, like right now I'm sitting kind of hunched over, and, I don't want to back up because I don't know what the camera is seeing, so I don't want to like move further back and not see my face. But you know, I'm holding that stress, and so like if I share it with people, it's still there. It doesn't disappear, obviously, but it's not as, it doesn't seem like I'm as alone. You know, you have someone to share it with. You have a friend. So, lesson 1: don't be afraid to share your emotions with someone that you can trust, and don't be afraid to be real with people.